Hey, it's Michael Saul, but everybody calls me Tiny, and this video was that the last pullback of the year, plus 3 stocks to watch for the week. This is stock market analysis for the week of November 20th, 2017. If you would like to receive intra-week updates from me, go to www.attackthemarkets.com, put in your first name and best email address, and hit the Join the List button. Then go to the email you used to sign up. Look for an email from me. There'll be a link in there that you must click in order to confirm that it was you that actually requested to be added onto the list, and you'll start receiving the updates from there. It's just to make sure we don't get any spam issues with the email server, okay? All right, great. So, coming up this week is Thanksgiving. If you are celebrating, even if you're, I usually say if you're in the States, but even if you're not in the States, always a good day to give thanks and eat some turkey or whatever your protein of choice is. So it's going to be a short week. The market will pretty much die down on Wednesday. Thursday we're closed. Friday will be a half day. I'll be gone. I don't like the day after Thanksgiving. I don't think it's necessary. There's a pretty well documented and favored bullish bias on the half day after Thanksgiving. Doesn't mean it works every single time though. And with these types of seasonal trends, as soon as you seem to find the key, the lock is changed, right? So just more people know about it, the less effective it can turn out to be. So let's take a look at the market. We did get a pullback. Remember what I was saying in last week's video, that I was looking for a pullback. Maybe we get the rally Thanksgiving week. Well, we didn't even wait for Thanksgiving week. We were already almost back at the highs by last Thursday. So we did push down to a multi-week low. Not a big deal. Like I've been saying, I'm not looking for a crash or a bear market. Just another spot to get on. I do not think that this will be the last pullback of the year. First of all, we didn't go to new highs in the S&P. We'll look at the rest of the majors, of course, but we didn't go there. So technically, this could still be an A down, B up, and a C down. Something like this, right? A, B, C. So we could zigzag down to the 50-day moving average, down a little further. Not saying we're going to. I'm saying we could. Okay, so this was what A looks like. If we take that and pop it off the end of B, it would, by then the 50-day may have caught up by then or whatever it is. And that's just a real rudimentary measurement. Okay, it could go farther than that, obviously. It could truncate that, of course. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Okay, we could have the inside day Friday and we could start ripping up come Monday. But I do think there will be one more opportunity at least for a pullback, a more complex pullback. I know we don't have that much time left in the year, but I do think there's going to be another opportunity for an end of year move. So that's what I am looking for. Doesn't mean I'm going to fight the market if it decides not to pull back and keep saying, oh, these new highs, well, that's BS. So we can't hit new highs. Of course we can. We don't have to pull back. We can just rally up into the end of the year. And guess what? We don't have to pull back and then turn. We could pull back and keep pulling back into the end of the year. Oh, the pretty disappointment as everybody was waiting for a Santa Claus rally that never came. Right? You could hear that too. Okay? It's the market. Nothing is certain. You have to read the charts and look for where the money is going. But for now, I believe we will get another pullback. It will be a buying opportunity. All right, so that's the S&P 500. Dow looks a little bit weaker than that. Here's the Russell. Now, the Russell didn't have the pause day on Friday. The Russell had been lagging for a while, pushed down to a I guess you could call multi-month, it's all right, multi-month low, whatever it is, and then had a nice end of week move. Here's the mid-caps. Didn't quite get to new highs, and the NASDAQ did get to new highs, did poke out before the pause day on Friday. Let's see what the NASDAQ's going to do. Is it going to pull back? Is it going to go sideways here? Semiconductors. Okay, semiconductors are sideways as well. NVIDIA, boy, the toast of the town, this one, huh? Looks like it's consolidating here once again. See if it wants to rip higher into end of year. Intel, back to the 20 EMA. See if that holds. Clad tanker, a little sloppy here. A little sloppy. It's not a short signal, but definitely not as tight as the previous two that we looked at. Banks. Okay. Yeah, banks are a little sloppy as well. Again, is this short? Yeah, it does look like a short to me, but it looks more sloppy than anything here. You got the 20 and the 50. See if it can pick a direction. Bank of America looks just like it. JP Morgan as well. Citigroup acting a little weaker than the first two. Again, not a short signal, just relatively speaking. Broker-dealer acting better than the banks. Looks more like a bull flag. Goldman, yeah, sloppy. Acts more like a bank than a broker, Goldman, right? But you can see here, right, it's considered financial services sector, capital markets. But it is more in a consolidation as well. Here's Morgan Stanley, similar. Biotechs. Yeah, so biotechs, again, so they hit a relative new high, then pulled back. Then they hit a relative new low, bounced off of 4,000. Here's Biogen consolidating here. Here's Gilead back over its 200-day moving average, but not doing much. Let's look at the stocks we like to go through. Here's Caterpillar in a bull flag. Here's John Deere. Looks like it's headed for highs. One really nice mover there. Here's Amazon. Looks like it could be churning, getting a little wedgy up here. I would like to see a pullback here because I would like to see it come into support for buying opportunity. Doesn't mean it has to. Here's like something like this, what we're seeing with Apple. Right, pull back to the 20 EMA. Here's Alphabet consolidating above its 20 EMA. Here's Netflix. Right, Netflix kind of zigzagging down, consolidating above its 50-day moving average. So that looks okay for now. If it loses the 50-day, maybe we'll have to relook at it. Here's Tesla. We'll look at it a different way. We're always relooking at it, right? So here's Tesla. Tried to get back over the 200-day, but failed. 300 is a key number, and I don't mean 300 just intraday. I mean if it loses 300, it could make a quick trip down to the 270 handle. So we want to watch Tesla. The Facebook consolidating here in a nice bull flag as well. Gold back over the 50-day moving average. Will it get over 124? Gold miners are not leading here, so don't really know if gold can be on a buy signal. Miners usually like to lead that, but I mean, obviously they can move without it. But gold miners are just continuing to consolidate under the 200-day moving average. Oil, so oil was over this trend line, popped back to the 20 EMA. See if it can keep going. We do have resistance up here at 1202, something like that. And bonds. Yeah, bonds, everybody's waiting for the big bond rally. Maybe it's coming, but maybe it's just warming up, winding up, getting ready to move. I don't know. That's not how I see it. I see it as it is in a consolidation waiting to tip its hand up or down. I'm not going to guess which way that is, okay? Volatility trumps direction all the time. And right now this is low volatility, which means that we're waiting for it to tip its hand. The recap. I believe we're going to be getting another pullback. I don't think it's a bear market. I don't think it's a crash. But I do think that we are going to see a correction here. See a pullback here. I don't want to start using the word correction. People read into that a little bit too deep. So a pullback. Maybe continue this pullback. Maybe this is just step one, step two, then we get step three. I do believe that pullback will offer a buying opportunity, but I'm not just going to guess at it. I want to see the money flow, the volume, the market confirm what I am looking at. So 3 stocks to watch this week. First is Pool Corp, a leisure stock. It's in a nice pattern here. Would I call it a bull flag? I mean, this was an impulse, so you could call it a bull flag. I just don't like calling these flags when they're inside a bigger range. But if it does get kicked into the upside, look for new highs here, up to 125. BTU, Peabody Energy, it's coal stock. Nice coil. This looks like it wants to take out the highs up here. So watch this one, BTU. Peabody Energy Corp. Of course, they're all just beautiful patterns until they get confirmed. Okay? And then finally is Novanta, N-O-V-T. Nice tight coil here. See if this can release to the upside. Just really had a nice run here. Not a huge, amazing mover, but still, I mean, it's a really nice uptrend. And it is at what I call a dynamite triangle, which is a nice coil just below the all-time high. So if this kicks in, look for 55. Here's another stock. It's not one of the three I wanted to talk about, but I always like to mention Mr. Softy, and for some reason I forgot to mention them in this update. But another one on a nice run. It's pulling back. If it holds the 20 EMA, see if this can rotate and take out the highs. But if it loses it, you got 50% of the gap, which comes in right around there, 81.50, and then, of course, you got the whole gap fill. Questions, tiny@attackthemarkets.com. Have a great Thanksgiving. Celebrate it with someone or someones you love. I will talk to you either intra-week via the email updates or in next week's video.